We are at Blue Mountain Vineyard and Cellars, and hello!
Hi, my name is Christie Mavety, and I'm part of the Mavety family at Blue Mountain. And we have been farming on the site for over 40 years now, and making wine for very close to 25 years. What makes Blue Mountain unique is the fact that we are 100% estate production. So we have 32 hectares of vineyard that's planted that we source, and that's all we source for our wines.
Great. So I just want to be clear for people, because we hear estate winery all the time, and some people may not understand that when you say estate winery, that actually means that it's only your own grapes that you're using in your wines. So
the legal term is estate bottled, and we do label that on our bottles, so estate bottled, and that means 100% grapes grown on the site, and then also it's bottled on site. Well, it's all processed and bottled on site.
Fantastic. Now you've chosen 3 of your fabulous wines for us to taste.
Yes.
What are we going to start with?
We're going to start with the sparkling wine. This is our Brut gold label. It's our non-vintage, and it's a blend of Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and a little bit of Pinot Gris.
Now we talked about this earlier. You don't have to have a celebration to have bubbles.
That's right. Sparkling wine is any time of the week, any time of the day. Certainly. It's a great wine to pair with food. Appetizers, I absolutely love it with Japanese food. I feel that there's really nice acidity in the wine that also pairs quite well with a little bit of more richer, fattier foods.
Fantastic. What do you think about an oyster?
Oh, delicious.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay, and our second wine?
Our second wine is the Chardonnay. And the Chardonnay, we do use French oak, but it's what I would consider more lightly oaked wine.
Well, and I've been seeing through this tour of the wineries of BC, a lot of Chardonnay is actually being produced in the Okanagan.
Yes, it is. There's quite a bit more that's being produced. I think it's a wine that you can make in many different styles, from unoaked to overly oaked, to what maybe ours, the medium oaked, goes through a little bit of malolactic fermentation. That's the whole changing the acids from that tart apple acid to that more lactic acid like milk, so softer on the palate, but good richness.
Fantastic. And our third wine is going to be?
This is going to be the Gamay Noir. And Gamay Noir is, not a lot of people are aware of what Gamay is, but Gamay Noir is in the family of Pinot Noir. And it would be considered more of a medium to light-bodied wine, much like Pinot. Our Gamay Noir is also vinified the exact same way as the Pinot Noir. So we end up destemming, lightly crushing, putting into open-top fermentation tanks.
And what would you pair a Gamay Noir with?
Oh, Gamay. Very similar pairings as Pinot Noir. You could certainly pair it with salmon on the grill. One of the specialties in our tasting room that is always talked about is lamb burgers. So awesome. And I also recommend that you serve it slightly chilled.
Oh.
I think it really brings out the flavors, not too cold, not directly from the fridge, but if you have it in the fridge for 20 minutes, take it out, pour it.
Cool.
It'll be lovely.
Awesome. Okay. Well, you know what? This is the most important part now. I get to taste. Awesome. Okay. We'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. We're in the cellar room at Blue Mountain Vineyard and Cellars. It's the Cellars. And we're going to start with some bubbles, and it's the Brut. So let's see. We're thinking oysters is a good way to start with this one. Yummy. In fact, actually, I love to start a patio time with a little bit of bubbles. And Blue Mountain, I've had that many times. Thank you. Now we're going to go to the Chardonnay. I can actually taste a little bit more oak than some of the other Chardonnays in the valley I've been trying, but really nice and not as buttery in your face as some of the other Chardonnays like from California. And now the Gamay, which is a little bit chilled. So I'm going to see if I can really taste that, what the benefit that the chilling does. It's delicious. And I see a Lamburger in my future with this one. So thanks. And, look at all those casks behind me. That's a lot. Okay, so cheers from Blue Mountain.